This is a Headgum podcast.
Hello and welcome to Perfect Person, the show where I'm perfect and you're, of course, a person. I've been preheating my Crocs.
Holy shit, the funk. Goddamn. Finally, we get some funk on some pods out here.
That's right.
I need horns. I need funk. Mm-hmm. I need to walk that bass line.
Legalize funk. Okay? It's time.
It's time.
We don't need a sort of synthy. We want funk. Well, I guess that was kind of funk.
Yes. No.
But Brennan, I've been reheating my Crocs.
Wow.
Because guess what? It's cold outside. It's winter in the sunny city that is Los Angeles. And I've been putting my Crocs. Sometimes I'll have to go fetch a sort of coffee bean or a tea leaf or whatever I have me. So I'll put my Crocs next to the heater. They get piping and then I put them on and then I'll walk right outside with piping hot Crocs.
God, that's so nice.
It's really nice.
There are strategic moves in the cold days, in the cold times, which are few and far between in Los Angeles.
Los
Angeles. But when they come, they are so chilly and it is so upsetting. And there's a chair on which cats like to rest. And sometimes I'll pop my pants for the morning on the chair, cat resting on them, and that little pressure cooker cat will get the seat of those jeans nice and toasty. Pop those nice. On. That's nice. The jeans go on first thing when they're chilly, belt buckle chilly, in the morning. Not good.
By the way, the chair on which cats like to rest is a name for a book of poetry. The chair on which cats like to rest. It's gorgeous. But obviously, I'm joined on the show by Brennan Lee Mulligan. Brennan, thank you so much for being here. Everyone, you know Brennan from Dimension 20, Dropout, UCB, a million other places on the internet. But Brennan, it's a joy to have you here. Thank you for joining us.
It's a joy to be here, Miles. Thank you for having me.
Now, Brennan, you've obviously done a million different things, but what makes you perfect to be on the show today, to lend the people your wisdom?
So look, some people are going to come to share advice from backgrounds in traditional methods of therapy, self-improvement, betterment, faith traditions and wisdom traditions from all around the world.
That's exactly right.
Okay. I am a former improv teacher and camp counselor. Okay. And so, what I'm going to be able to do for people is I'm going to be able to dispense with all of the, can I say it? Hoity-toity. The big, I'm not going to big britches you with a lot of formal learning about how to help you.
Put your textbooks away because you're about to whip it out and lay it on the table.
Yeah, I'm about to, exactly. And you can clip that and have that go viral.
And that's viral. And that's fucking 10 million views.
10 million views on that, me whipping it out because I am not formally trained.
No, okay? Brendan whips it out live.
Whips it out live.
The name of the episode.
Parentheses, no training.
No okay. Got it. So you're sort of, you're the people's hero, the people's king.
I come from a type of populism that says, hey, we're done with these ivory tower motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And we're going to give the people what they want, which is a homeschooled child who was cooked in a LARP camp, right? Let's dispense with the out-of-touch elite and get back to pagan festivals in upstate New York and the LARP camps that orbit them, okay?
Yeah, honestly, we haven't necessarily had that perspective. We've had astronauts, incredible world leaders on the show, but now it's time for someone a little bit different.
You ever make yourself sad when you realize that your people are never included in the popule of populism? Where you're like,
that's right.
Populism never refers to the cool, freaky pagans dancing around bonfires, of which there were many.
Yeah.
That's a population. Why can't that be populism? Where's the populism for people that make leather masks at the Ren Fair?
Leather masks?
Oh, huge cottage industry.
Feels like a
huge cottage.
A leather mask, cannot be for anything but kink.
What if I told you rather than being wrapped gimp-like around the skull, it was instead flat and adorned like the rays of a radiant sun?
Oh,
Father, Son, Mother Moon, perhaps, for those interested.
very nice. I did a maypole when I was growing up.
Look, man, I did a maypole. All right, I'm in touch with the culture.
I fucking smoked a maypole as far as I'm concerned. But okay, well, I love that for you. I love your wisdom. Now, we've obviously got to get to so many people that are waiting for your advice. But before we do, we have to get to the perfect person speed round because I need to calibrate your advice properly. So when we go into these situations, when it's sort of like I'm in there, you're my backup, we're calling in from the car, we have our guns locked and loaded, ready to blow advice all over these people.
Chick, you're welcome.
Now, Brennan, the speed round starts now. Perfect candy.
Snickers.
Perfect sleeping position.
Back.
Perfect backpack.
Jansport.
Jansport. Perfect tool.
Leatherman.
Leatherman. Do you have one on you? Oh, he's got one on him.
I keep that thing on me.
That is so fucking dorky, and I love it. Mine's in my backpack.
Yeah, call that dad mode. How about it? You never know when you might need to break down a box.
Sorry, overkill for breaking down a box. You've also got a wrench and a screwdriver in there.
Yeah, some of these boxes, you don't know the boxes that are showing up at my house, okay?
Perfect vegetable.
Carrot.
Oh, that's an untraditional veg.
I love it. Well, I love it roasted and I love it raw. I love it roasted.
That is going to be on the soundboard. I love it raw. Just
10 million views. Viral.
Viral. Perfect sauce.
Bolognese.
Sorry.
Do you not like how I hit the end of that?
Yeah, sorry. It was a bolognese with a hard B. D&D or WD-40, you can only pick one.
A D&D.
Obviously. No more greasy wheels.
Sorry.
Jeremy Allen White or Jeremy Johns, a.k.a. Jimmy Johns?
Jimmy Johns.
Okay, perfect D&D 5e spell.
Oh my God. Well, speed round. Answer quickly. Perfect spell. Oh God, there's so many good spells. I'm going to go teleport.
Oh, teleport. Really nice. I was going to say flame step.
Love flame step.
One of my faves. Perfect coffee order.
Coffee with half.
Oh, half and half. Bringing the cream. You're creaming it up. I didn't realize you were a creamy guy like me.
I'm a creamy guy. No sugar.
No sugar. No,
See,
we don't need it.
Café con crema sin azúcar, por favor. I don't like the sugar, but I do love the cream.
Yeah, bring that cream. Perfect lunch.
Perfect lunch, I think for me would be carne asada burrito.
One of my favorites as well. Are you getting a dessert menu?
Yeah.
Always, right?
Take a look. That's the move.
Take a look.
Take a look.
Because I don't like it when people go, oh no, we're so stuffed. Don't speak for me. Sorry, because I'm actually ready for dessert.
I'm ready for dessert.
I'm ready for that.
And I want to know what you do here, because if I see some weird stuff that's clearly like you have a deal with the bakery and then there's like a scoop of ice cream, I'll go, okay, whatever. But if I see that you make some fucked up weird little, if there's a tiramisu over here, if there's a creme brulee, if there's some kind of sticky toffee pudding situation.
A budino, if I may.
Ooh, a budino.
Budino.
And you may.
And I certainly may. Oh, you know what I will say that's been pissing me off recently?
When you get pissed off, there's a fart.
When I get pissed off, I've been fucking ejecting a fart. But I've been going to these coffee shops, okay? I'm in there, I'm getting my little coffee, I'm getting my little espresso. I don't like it when I can tell that they use the same bakery. Shit pisses me off.
Yeah.
Don't have the same little flat, weird chocolate croissant thing that I know is from the same bakery that I got from the other place.
I totally agree. And I'll say this too. I am way more likely to enjoy the coffee from a bakery than the baked goods from a coffee shop.
That's interesting. Okay, cool. I actually think that I agree with that because often I'm getting #drip. I'm usually getting that drippy from anywhere I go, and a bakery's probably going to make it pretty good.
I'll go on the record. I think bad coffee is sometimes better than good coffee. I think diner pot that's been on there for 4 hours.
Yeah.
I don't want the pretense. Again, I'm a man of the people. I came here straight from pagan upstate New York.
Yeah. And I think also like there's something to be said about making bad coffee the right way versus making good coffee bad.
Yes.
Like I think that if you're at a diner, they've been making coffee for 29 years. They know how to they know how to make whatever it is, Folgers or just the local blend. They know how to make that as good as it can possibly be. You go to a coffee shop, sometimes it's like, yeah, this coffee may be incredible, but you've got some, 14-year-old who has an undercut and they don't know how to make my beans proper.
The beans properly. I also think that you sometimes get coffee in those places there that they have a strong theory of coffee, and a theory of coffee sometimes bums me out because I'll drink it and I'll be like, that tastes like straight up lemon juice.
Yeah, I see hint of lemon. It tastes like a fucking lemon, and I don't want that.
It's like an unsweetened lemonade. My mouth is puckered. What? I know that the people behind this are trying to prove a point.
They are.
And proving a point is not the same thing as making a cup of coffee.
I've said this before, but it's sort of like the people who make porn are consuming so much porn that they're like, we got to do way more. Right? So the people who make coffee, they're just like, this is not going to cut it. We need it to taste like a fucking apple.
Right. It's like their Overton window has moved in all four directions.
Correct.
We're way too wide on this.
Yeah. I mean, they took a big swing with fruit at all. Coffee used to taste like nuts and chocolate.
How about that? America?
Yeah, how about that, America? Perfect way to tell your roommate they aren't invited to your birthday party.
Hey, man.
What's up?
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Dude, so this Saturday night, what are your plans? What are you going to be up to? I mean, I'll be having the party here, but what are you going to be doing?
No, I'm wide open. I'm just, are you asking because you want to hang out?
Oh, shit.
What?
Let's hang out the next day because I'm going to be doing my birthday here, so I won't be able to hang out with you.
Cool. I'm right here. I'm right here.
Right.
Ready to rock. Do you want me to pick up anything?
You are not allowed here on Saturday night. Do you read me? I was trying to be chill about this and slide it in.
This is fucked up.
No, hey, is it fucked up? Maybe. Maybe I'm the fucked up guy, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to be a fucked up guy who has a normal fucking birthday. So
normal? You think I'm making not normal?
Here's $20. You take yourself out. You buy yourself a sweetie. Okay.
A sweetie?
Buy yourself
like
a little sweetie.
Like a lady.
Buy yourself a little sweetie.
Tell me to buy a prostitute. Buy yourself a sweetie.
I meant a big lollipop.
Well done. Perfect TV show.
Oh God. 30 Rock.
Oh, 30 Rock's so good. Perfect dog name.
Fido.
Oh,
love Fido. I like it. I like it when you just write in the main drag.
Yeah, dog.
Right dog the dog.
Dog the dog.
Dog the bounty hunter the dog.
Ooh, that's not bad. Perfect item you own, and this is the final question. You're about to pull it out?
I already did Leatherman. This is a good luck charm that I've had in my front left pocket every day since I was 15 years old. Except for when I lost it for a year.
And how did you find it?
I was in I lost it. I turned my apartment upside down looking for it. Couldn't find it. Like literally a year and a day later from when I had lost it, I was in a cafe in Williamsburg, and I was like, I remember it wasn't a place that I went to a lot.
Yeah.
But it was a place that I had gone to around the time that I had lost the good luck charm.
Yeah.
And I went, I was like, I haven't gotten out here. It's way out of my way, but this is the spot. And I remembered the table I'd been sitting at the last time I was there. And I just walked over and I was like, well, what are the odds? And it was an old grungy, one of these places that I probably had a theory of coffee.
Yeah.
And there was a floor radiator, one of those bar floor radiators. And I got down, and in the dust bunnies and hair underneath it, there it was. Had been there for a year.
That's insane.
Insane. That's
so crazy that you found it again. And what does it represent? It was something you got when you were 15?
Dude, this is an over-the-top story. So when I was 15 years old, I was working at a live-action role-playing summer camp, Populism, Wayfinder Experience, upstate New York. Active summer camp, great place for young teens that are into theater and adventure and sword fighting, and it's an incredible home for LGBT youth as well.
Hell yeah.
They run amazing programming there, the Wayfinder Experience. And within that, I was doing a land walk the day before programming started at a day camp at a place called the Woodstock Day School, Woodstock, New York, where my wind chimes are from. See, everything comes back around. Everything's interconnected.
It's all together.
It's very funny to pretend like that's a big deal when it's all just me talking about my life. Like, wow, your life's connected to other parts of your life. Fucking amazing.
Then I went home for Thanksgiving back in Woodstock, New York.
The Turkey, where my family is also where I'm from. Isn't that crazy?
Isn't that interesting?
Isn't that interesting? I was walking around, and programming was not going to start till the next day. From the wood line at the edge of this campus, which was multiple buildings, a young woman I was around 15, I'd say she was around my age, sprinted from the wood line, glittery makeup, white lace dress, fairy wings on her back. Now, it would be cool to be like, and the fairy wings were flying. They were not. They were costume fairy wings. They were like bouncing on elastic strings.
Sure.
Ran up. As she approached, I said, hello. Not unusual to see people dressed as fairies at the camp.
Of course.
But I did not recognize her, and programming was not starting until the next day. She ran up. I said, hello. She wordlessly smiled, took my hand, pressed that coin into it, and ran off into the woods again. And in my head, I was like, that's crazy. I'll see her tomorrow and thank her, be like, what's the significance of this? The next day came, campers arrived. She was not one of them, never saw her again.
We have to find her.
We have to find her.
We have to find the fairy in the woods.
Find the fairy in the woods.
That's incredible. So you've always kept this this incredible charm.
The adventure coin, this is just like a very significant good luck charm, and I've carried it front left pocket every day.
That is so cool. Wow, I love that. I think, that's like, if that happened to me, I would keep it in my pocket as well.
Yeah.
Well, Brennan, thank you so much for that story. And that's the end of the speed round. It's time to get to the callers because people have called in and they need our advice. But before we do, if you like the show, you should subscribe to it, actually. So you don't miss a single episode. And if you love the show and you can't get enough, well, guess what? Now you can get enough. By joining the Patreon, getting the ad-free extended version of every single episode, as well as bonus episodes every single Friday where I call back people from the show and I get their updates on how my advice changed their life, as well as do twists on the format. There's live episodes on there, etc. So head on over to Patreon if you want more perfection. Brennan, it's time. When you buy an amazing product, you're often overlooking the business behind the business. You're obviously getting amazing shoes from a place like Allbirds, but you're overlooking the business behind the business, making selling simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. It's home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret with Shop Pay, that boosts conversions up to 50%. You're going to be putting more products in the baskets, and the baskets are going out to market for sale. This means way less carts are going abandoned and way more sales are going to be going. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. Yeah. On the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Because businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. As an entrepreneur, you know that I'm always looking out for the hottest business tools, and Shopify is that one for selling. So if you sell literally anything, you gotta peep Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout that Heinz uses. The ketchup and mustard company. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/perfectperson, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/perfectperson to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/perfectperson. Today's episode is brought to you by Alma. Mental health is very important, and I have gotten through many lows in my life by going to therapy. I've been through times when I just needed someone to talk to because I just felt like I didn't have anyone in my life. And I've also had times when I just felt like I needed a mental health tune-up, and when I got to therapy, I unpacked like giant pieces that I needed to process in order to move on or in order to just have mental clarity. And therapy I recommend for absolutely everyone. So if you're considering looking for licensed expert help and working through your own life's challenges, give Alma a try. Alma can help you find a therapist who gets you. Therapy's more impactful when you feel heard and understood. If you want to talk to someone, Alma is there to help you find the right someone, not just anyone. When you browse the directory, you can filter by what you want to focus on, anxiety, relationships, or big life transitions. And Alma can help you find a therapist who takes your insurance. This is so important because therapy can be extremely cost prohibitive. And if you can have insurance and then use it for therapy, I highly recommend you give it a try. And also, you can book a free consultation call with any therapist therapist you're interested in seeing. These 15-minute calls give you a chance to see if they're a good fit for you, so you can find someone you really click with that is approved by you. You might not click with the first person you meet, and that's okay. Scheduling multiple consultations can help you make a decision that you feel good about. Alma can help you find the right therapist for you, not just anyone. Visit helloalma.com/perfect to get started and schedule a free consultation today. That's helloalma.com/perfect.
Hi, Miles. I am currently running a Christmas festival fundraiser. I'm actually hoping to get in your help on abusing my power. There is a horse I would love to name after myself, and I need to figure out how to do that. There's a lot happening. Give me a call back. Thanks. Love you. Bye.
Well, we've got to give this person a call back to find out more details on the horse, specifically how big.
Okay.
Are you a horse gal?
I am a horse gal.
I also am a horse gal.
My aunt had a horse ranch in Bakersfield, California.
Oh.
And I got to ride horses when I was younger, and it was very special. Although I actually preferred to ride a burro named Barney.
A donkey.
A donkey. Donkey, probably my favorite farm animal.
Honestly, I really respect that. I think that the donkey's sort of the people's horse.
It is the people's horse. I like donkeys the most because of all the farm animals. They are not food and they're not pets. They just work there.
That's exactly correct. They're employees.
They're employees.
Hello?
Hello. Howdy doody.
Oh
You've
my
called
God.
perfect person, and I am here to call you back. I am here with Brennan Lee Mulligan.
Hello.
Oh, fuck.
Hi.
What the hell is...
This is embarrassing. Oh,
my gosh, don't be embarrassed.
Don't be embarrassed. You're trying to abuse your power to name a horse after you.
We need to get this horse named. Now, Brennan, we're going to need a fake name for this person to preserve their anonymity as the Christmas Horse Festival. Well, actually, I guess, do you have a sort of regular, I would say, top 5,000 name?
A top 5,000 name just for people anonymously?
No, I'm asking the caller because I want to know if the horse is going to have the name that they have. How do we get there without revealing their name?
Their name anonymously.
Yes,
Oh.
exactly.
Gotcha.
So I have the name of a famous pop star from the 90s, if that's helpful.
Very helpful. Okay,
Let's do
Brennan,
that.
what is a famous 90s pop star that we can name our caller after?
Baby Spice.
Baby Spice. So, Baby Spice, why don't you tell us a little bit about the fundraiser?
I accidentally inherited a local Christmas fundraiser.
Huh.
I was volunteering for like 10 years, and the woman who runs it, because it's all volunteer-based, had some things go on in her life, and she had to take a step back from it. And she approached me and was like, would you help my son run it? Her son ended up having his first child. Congratulations to them.
You'd shut up.
So he had to step back, and I'm doing it by myself. We're actually on our last day of it, and it's a bunch of local businesses and small groups donate a Christmas tree. It's an artificial Christmas tree. They can decorate, and we sell raffle tickets for like $5, and we're open for 5 days. And last year we raised $57,000 for kids aging out of the foster care system.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Amazing.
Now, that's so awesome. I am surprised I haven't heard the word horse yet.
Yeah.
So this year, every year we pick 2 new nonprofit. One of them is, great, whatever. I don't really have any heart in that specific, I don't have a horse in that race.
Okay.
But the
Very
other
nice.
is for a local horse rescue who they're always getting new horses in, and I would love to, have a horse named after me because I think it's fun.
Okay, wonderful. Now, I have a lot of questions about the horse fundraiser. So is the person that donates the most money gets the horse named after them? Or are you going for sort of a back channel, crooked, organization style business deal where you wash the cash with your own name?
I more of the second option. There's not any arrangement with this horse naming. It's just they're going to end up getting about $30,000.
Okay.
And
Amazing.
I think that's enough to buy me a horse with my name on it.
So you're really trying to use this Christmas festival to become kind of a boss tweed, Tammany Hall, backroom wheeling and dealing.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, amazing.
Now, I like where your head's at, because to me, this is classic villain. This is like you are using a fundraiser in order to sort of wheel and deal for your own personal interest. And I actually fully support it. I think this is a good thing to do.
Well, because villains are bad. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, my thought is I'm doing a good thing for charity.
Yes.
I should get a horse.
Well, it's also very funny because normally villains sort of like use their power outside of the channels that it is appropriate to use to like give themselves money and power. Yeah. And you're kind of cigar chomping across the table being like, if you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. You end up with $30,000 for your wonderful horse rescue, and I get a horsey named after me. Not even a horse.
No,
you don't get a horse.
You're not walking away with a horse. You're walking away with a legacy that the horse is going to be named after you and may outlive you. We don't even know. How long do horses live?
Oh, I don't know, like a year?
I think it's more than a year.
Sorry.
I think
I need to stop you right now.
I would guess 30 years with no basis in anything.
I feel like turtles live to be like 1,000.
Yeah.
Horses have got to live to be at least, I think you're correct, 45 years. Okay. He's pulling out his phone. He's Googling it. Okay, hang on. Stand by, Baby Spice.
I'm an Insta Googler. I have no chill. If you're,
I have no chill.
No chill. Horse lifespan. Here we go.
Yeah.
I'll also say, by the way, Baby Spice, it's very fun. Earlier, you mentioned that you accidentally inherited a Christmas festival. It sounds like the accident was you were very reliable and showed up. So
that's correct. The accident was you're awesome.
Yeah, that's the accident.
Thank you.
How long is it, Brennan?
I have 1 bar of service here.
You know what? Okay, here I'm on the Wi-Fi here. How long a horse live? How long a horse live?
How long a horse live?
Okay, 25 to 30 years. You're correct.
For real?
Yeah, 25 to 30 years.
God damn, I'm gonna be flying on this cloud the rest of the week.
So you guessed how long a horse live.
Fucking 360 no-scoped horse age. Bam! Let's go.
about 30 years. Okay, so here's what I think you should do. Now, is there do you have a contact at the horse charity?
We do now. I was just talking to the lovely couple who runs it. I actually left my conversation with them to answer this phone.
Okay, so they're on standby.
We caught you in the nick of time.
We're giving you advice down to the wire. They're about to... This conversation could make or break the horse's name.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question is this. If you put in their name, like my worst fear is that you go, hey... I want to sort of, get a horse named after me. And they go, well, the horses are actually all named after war heroes.
Yeah.
So then you're stealing a name from someone who maybe deserves it even more. Mm-hmm. So I think what you have to do is is there a baby horse involved?
No, they did rescue a horse from a very popular amusement park family vacation spot. It has a name, but it does not have a middle name.
That, I think, is your in. Now, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to visit the charity and you're going to need to cry. You're going to need to, I'm imagining you show up to the horse charity, right? And you're like, well, we're so excited to donate our money and just see where it's going, whatever. The second you meet this horse, I want you to burst into tears. I want you to go, I never do this. I've never felt a connection with a horse like this. This is so crazy. This is insane. The horse reminds me of a dead grandpa. It doesn't matter if your grandpa's not dead. They don't know. They have no
There's no way for them to.
There's no way for them to know. And as far as they're concerned, you no longer post about your grandpa. Yes. Because digitally, grandpa has cracked.
Yes.
So you're going to want to forge a connection with a horse that is so special. You're sending emails, you're sending whatever. You mention like, it's actually always been my dream to be named after a horse. Or so.
Yeah, it's been your dream to be named after a horse.
Correct.
But as a runner-up to that dream, because you've already been named.
Correct.
You can just name a horse after you, and that's going to be close enough.
Second place is sort of them giving the horses a middle name. Now, what do you know what the horse's first and last is? Not to dox the horse.
I don't. They told me earlier, but this is the last day of the festival.
That's got to happen today.
My brain is eggs. It's just scrambled eggs in there.
Yeah.
You need to, and I wish you had called us a month ago because you kind of need to act fast.
Sand is slipping through the hourglass. Baby Spice, here's what I'm going to say to you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is it central to your design? Because this is the correct plan. First of all, number one, weeping opens doors. Number two, a connection to the dead invokes spirituality. People do not know how to counter strongly felt feelings about the unseen.
Yeah.
So if you say, I have had a vision that something terrible will come to pass unless this horse is named after me, there's very few people in the world that are going to look at you and say, well, that's crazy and made up. Goodbye.
So you're saying you invoke quote unquote the prophecy.
The prophecy.
Yeah, you say if there's just I saw a vision, I saw something really scary about if the horse didn't have my name.
Do the medium thing where you're like, is there someone? Does anyone here know someone whose name starts with an M? And they go, definitely, obviously, we would all know someone with a name starts with an M. Yeah. And you go, Michael, that's my grandfather.
Yeah,
I'm mediuming my grandfather.
No way.
He says the horse. We need to get rid of both the horse's first and last name and give it my name 3 times.
What?
As the horse's name is Baby Spice, Baby Spice, Baby Spice.
It's like Beetlejuice.
Yes.
So I love that. I think, yes, to me, you hit the 3: spirituality, prophecy, and tears. Now, the last worst case scenario is you pull off one of these. You say it in a sort of sing-songy, jokey voice, and I want you to practice this in a second, but you go, well, the horse don't give my name. We're going to keep all the money. Like, it's a joke, but they're a little bit like, is that, like, she said it.
Yeah.
It's been said. So can you practice that for me, Baby Spice?
Okay. Yeah. So if the horse don't give my name, I'm going to keep the money.
Great.
I thought that was good.
That was great. That was excellent, Baby Spice.
Okay.
I want to ask too, because I think these are you have a fail-proof plan A and you got a plan B in your pocket as well. I just want to ask, is it critical to you in terms of the horse being named after you? How critical is the paperwork component of it? How critical is the kind of like legislative component where the horse's like birth certificate has Baby Spice in the middle?
I would appreciate full legal name, but honestly, as long as I see an Instagram post with, Baby Spice the horse is having a great day today, that's all I want.
Yeah, and again, if it's a middle name, you're not going to get that.
Yeah, and that's okay. The knowledge is what I think I want. Is that I know that that's its name.
Yeah,
because I just want to say, if for whatever reason the horse charity are goobers and they don't want to help you out with this. Technically, and this is sort of some forbidden knowledge that I'm almost loath to share with you. Technically, if we ignore Instagram and paperwork, nobody can stop you from naming this horse whatever you want.
This is a good point.
That is true.
You can post your own Instagram post. So excited they named the horse after me.
This is a PR move.
This is a PR.
Get out ahead of it.
Get out ahead of it. Go. So excited they're naming the horse after me after we donated a generous donation of $30,000. They're not going to go out and be like, actually, the horse isn't named that. Yeah. Especially before the coin has hit their bank account. Yeah. There's no way they have the brass to do that.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah. So I think that it's almost stealing the name. You seize the name before they have a chance to say no. Ask for forgiveness, not for respect. But thank you so much for calling, Baby Spice. I simply have to get a call back from you for the Patreon to know how this turned out because I am really rooting for you.
Oh, absolutely. And I will, as soon as I get that horse's name, baby, I am sending you a picture of it.
Oh.
Thank you so much. You guys are so helpful. And also, I love you both very much.
Oh, thank you very much, Baby Spice. That's so sweet. Well, thank you for calling in. And congratulations on all your charity work. That's so sick. And
thank you.
Best of luck out there.
Thank you. I'm very tired, but it's all been worth it.
Absolutely. All right. We'll talk to you later. Thanks so much.
We really helped her.
I think we really did a lot of good.
I think we did.
I'm excited to see the picture of the horse. And I think worst case scenario, she just posts it. It doesn't matter.
Post it.
And I think best case scenario, second place scenario is like the horse's name is like Sylvester, quote unquote, Baby Spice, quote, Salone. Like
Yes.
it's like a quote nickname.
Sylvester Baby Spice Stallone is a really good name for a horse.
That's honestly, that's a free name for a horse. If anyone has a horse, they want to name that.
I can't believe it. Stallone is so close to Stallion, and they didn't bite. They said no. We're Sylvester. Should be Sylvester Stallion? No, dude. It's Sylvester Baby Spice Stallone, the movie star and the pop star sandwich. Okay?
I, by the way, didn't even register that Stallion was close to Stallone. But I do think it's a perfect name for a horse.
Perfect name for a horse.
Iconically, I had a horse growing up, and we had a horse named Chance, and we had a pony named Flowers, and one of them was struck by lightning, and it wasn't Chance.
I'm not laughing at a pony being struck by lightning.
Oh no, it was, yeah.
That's always sad.
It was sad. But the name
Flowers is doing a lot of heavy lifting. Just someone, just a teacher being like, and how is Flowers doing, Miles? And you go, Flowers was struck and killed by lightning.
Flowers was fried because it was standing on a root and the lightning struck the tree. And it was during a storm where I saw ball lightning. You ever heard about that?
I saw ball lightning as a kid.
You did?
Yes.
Nobody's seen ball lightning. That's crazy.
Buddy. You say ball lightning. Ball lightning is a great way to tell who was a certain kind of little kid. You'll be in a group of adults and I'll be like, ball lightning. And people will be like, what the fuck are you talking about? And one guy in the back goes, yes.
Wait, I can't believe. So when I was a kid, I didn't know what it was. Yeah. And then like, I want to say in the last 5 years, I like saw an article about ball lightning and I was like, oh my God, that's what I saw. We were sitting in the living room and it was
it's like a ghost.
It was like a ghost. It was fucking crazy. For those who don't know, it's basically, they don't really know why it happens, but for some reason during electric storms, lightning will create in a ball that will like hover for a second and then dissipate. Yeah. It's crazy weird. And we saw it growing up right after Flowers died, which made us really think it was like a ghost.
Yes, that Flowers had died and then a ghost had shown up and said, I did that.
I killed your horse. And Chance is next.
And Chance, no Chance. God, wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. Well, Brennan, we've got to get to the next call here.
Hi, Miles. So my dentist thinks that I own a pig, and he's thought that for years. I've even shown him pictures that I found online, and I feel like I'm too far into this lie. And I have a dentist appointment coming up, and I think I might have to break the news that this fake pig is no longer with us. I just want some advice on how to go about this.
By the way, you gasped like a real pig had died. You said the fake pig is no longer with us, and you went... You got so scared.
Wait, why did she say so factually the fake pig is no longer with us?
It feels like she has to break the news to him that the fake pig is not with us anymore.
But that makes it sound like fictional events unfolded in imagination land, where she's like, dentist, you're not understanding me. The pig is fictional because it lives in a world of myth and dream.
And it has died.
It has died there. It was never real here, but in the lands where it is real, it has died.
I know. Making the pig die is really a weird... I don't know why you would have to kill off the fake pig.
This is weird philosophy shit where it's like, okay, is a unicorn real? No.
Yeah.
Does a unicorn have one horn or two horns? It has one horn.
Yes.
And you're like, how can you make a definitive statement about a thing that is not real? So it's like, is the pig dead even though it's not real?
It's Schrodinger's pig.
Schrodinger's pig.
If you open the dentist office.
The pig is either dead or alive. We know what the answer is. You can never go back to the dentist.
You have to find a new dentist. Because honestly, if he's excited about it and he's like, oh my God, the girl with the pig, like I can't wait to ask about the pig, it's going to devastate him if the pig is dead.
Devastate him.
Holidays can be stressful and you're gonna be needing that little thing to relax. And you can restore your zen and embrace the natural power of hemp this holiday season with Vaya. This holiday season, unwind and recharge with Vaya. Whether you're enjoying a quiet evening at home or embracing the festive cheer, Vaya's premium THC and THC-free gummies will help you find your perfect holiday balance. Vaya is well renowned for their award-winning THC and THC gummies and vapes, THCA flowers, soothing topicals, and calming drops, all crafted with the highest quality hemp sourced from trusted, independently owned American farms. And the best part, Via legally ships to nearly all states in the US in discreet packaging directly to your door with a worry-free guarantee. So if you're 21 plus, please check out our link to Via's website in our description and use code PERFECTPERSON for 15% off. I have personally used Via's products, and I will say I find it's a fantastic way to unwind at the end of the day. I like to take a little gummy, go for a walk around my neighborhood, listen to some music, and just kind of chill out. Via's gummies also make me feel more social, so if I'm about to go to a party, I might take a gummy or even a half a gummy just to kind of uplift my mood and make me enjoy that experience even more. This holiday season, gift yourself some peace of mind. If you're 21 plus, check out the link to Via in our description and use code PERFECTPERSON to receive 15% off. After you purchase, they ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. This holiday season, enhance your everyday with Via. Hello, you called Perfect Person, and I am here to call you back. I am here with Brennan Lee Mulligan about your fake pig.
Hello.
Oh my God, hi.
Howdy. Now, Brennan, we're going to need a fake name for this person to preserve their anonymity and a fake name for the pig.
I think our friend on the phone is going to be Charlotte, and the pig's going to be Wilbur.
Oh, loving that. Okay, Charlotte, how did you get into this situation where you told your dentist you had a pig?
This was started years ago, and it's been going on for years now. But you know how when you're at a dentist and they ask you questions while they have their hands in your mouth?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I hate it. And they're asking me all sorts of personal questions, and they're just ankle deep.
They asked me what pets I have, and I had a guinea pig at the time. I was like, oh, I have a guinea pig. And so we just kept talking, and I assumed that was it. And then the next time I came back 6 months later, they were like, oh, how's your pig? And they're like, is it a potbelly pig? Like, we talk about it all the time.
Oh.
And at that point, I realized I was too deep into this.
Sorry. Second instance. This is literally like you are one step from your front door, having forgotten your keys, and went, it's too late.
An undercover agent walking into the bar and being like, I'm in too deep. I can't. Pull me out. That's crazy. You were like, I have a pig now. And you just were like, yeah. And by the way, what was the impulse to show them a picture of the fake pig, and where did you get those images?
So they asked me to see the pig because, like, again, they said they talk about it all the time in the office that we have a pig. And so I was like, oh, sure. So I just did a quick Google search, and I scrolled down a couple pages on Google Images. So like it wasn't like a quick Google search could find it.
In case, by the way, in your world, in case they were Googling images of pigs and they discovered your pig and they were like, oh, she's been lying the whole time about the pig.
No, I couldn't risk it. But like,
yeah.
Also, my family's now in on it too because we all go to the same dentist.
You've made them complicit.
Yeah, they're complicit.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So I want to say you have a dentist appointment coming up. Now, why do you want to kill off the pig? Why not just live a life of lies where you're going to the dentist, I guess, once every year, once every 6 months? Why not just let them have the imaginary pig instead of having to destroy it for them?
I don't want them to realize I've been lying for years, and pigs only live so long.
So you feel like they're doing the math on how long a pig has been alive. And you're like, better to kill it off now than to wait and have them be like, this pig's been alive for way too long.
Yeah, well, because like every time I come into the office, like it's a small family-run dentist office, the first thing they ask is about the pig now.
Oh, man. You're really living a lie. I mean, you're in so deep. I kind of think that Wilbur doesn't have to, you know what you could do? Because I think it'll devastate them to tell them that the pig has passed.
Yeah.
Do you agree, Brennan?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think you might be in a good circumstance of being like, hey, we actually, you know what? We realized that there was another big farm that took the pig, and the pig is now living happily in the meadows of that farm. So that way the pig gets a happy ending, and you can still have them believe that you had a pig without having to admit them, because I don't know that my dentist needs to personally know all my details.
Yeah. But it is such an intimate thing. They have their fingers in your mouth and they ask you questions about your life and you feel compelled to share.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain impulse that occurs in people from time to time. You know, that thing where someone, you know, you get a text from a loved one being like, hey, have you done this chore that you need to do or done this errand? And you say, maybe you fib and you say, yes, I have. And then you do a thing that I think is very common in human psychology where you do the errand before the next time you see them.
Yes.
And you go, by the time you saw me, the thing that I said that wasn't true when I said it had become true.
Yes.
By the time you would have realized.
Sure.
You need to have a pet pig.
You need to buy a pig. And I hate to say it.
I hate to say it. I don't want to say it. I'm not excited to say it, but you need to buy a pet pig.
It's actually so bad I might have to.
You're in a little, now what you could do, you can like adopt a star. you can like quote unquote have a cow, like heifer the organization was like, you can have a cow. You could do that where you're sort of just have a pig. Although I guess having a pig is a little different because like heifer, the whole thing was that they milk the cow, but having a pig, pigs don't produce anything except for meat.
Yes.
So you're just having a pig, the pig's just going to be murdered and eaten.
Yes.
So it's a little bit different, but I think you may have to sort of psychologically adopt a pig online at a pig rescue. And you could say the pig's at the pig rescue, but I see it from time to time. That way you don't have to break it to them. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to break this dentist's heart. Like he doesn't have to live for much. He's ankle deep in people's mouths.
Get your foot out of that mouth, doctor.
Sorry, that's a good point.
Ankle deep in people's mouths. Oh no.
He's using his piggies.
He's using his little piggies. See, everything's connected.
He's the freaking foot dentist.
He's the foot dentist.
But I do think that, you've got a couple great options here. Option A, you never had a pig. I think that's a pull the ripcord in case of emergency. Because I don't want to destroy these people's lives. I think that the pig moved on to another farm. You adopted a pig abroad. Or it was a guinea pig the whole time. Kind of a disappointing reveal.
What you could do, does this family dentistry, do they have any photographs of themselves on their website or online or like in the, like, do they have that? Or like, is there any way you could get access to some photographic imagery of the dentist or the family?
I think possibly.
Because I think what you could do is you show up if you want to, if getting a pet pig feels like it's too much of a lift, what you could do is the next time you go into the dentist office, they go, "Oh my God, Charlotte, how's the pig? How's Wilbur doing?" And you look at them and you get them dead in the eye and you go, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And you go, "What the fuck are you?" And they go, your pig, Wilbur. We've been talking about Wilbur for years. And you go, "I don't know what the fuck you're saying. Pig? I don't have a pig. Who has a pig? I don't have a pig." And really upset them and then say, "Are you talking about your guy's pig who died 10 years ago?" You point to the wall.
Whoa.
You've superimposed a pig. You photoshopped a pig into a photograph with all of them. You've broken into the dentist office. You've hammered it up on the wall overnight. You've applied dust to it so it looks like it's been there for months or years.
Yes.
And then they go, "We've had a psychotic break. We're so aggrieved over the loss of our beloved pig."
That's right.
That we said that Charlotte had a pig.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Don't you put that on me. Don't project your grief onto me.
Don't put it onto me.
I am a pigless customer."
Agreed. You're a pigless. I love this idea, Brennan. I think that's fantastic. You zoom in. It's the pig in the dental chair. It's all the pictures on the wall. You replace all of them. It's a pig getting his teeth done.
Yes.
Pig sort of smiling. And it's like, get the new orthodontics. It's the pig everywhere.
Last photograph from The Shining, pig, Kubrick stare, right down the barrel.
Pig from 1,000 years ago in that dentist's office.
Yes.
Pilgrims doing teeth work with the pig.
throwing a bone at the obelisk in 2001: A Space Odyssey.
I think this is a really strong idea, and I think we gave you a lot to work with. But how are you feeling before we let you go?
I feel pretty good about this. I think I'll have to let my family know because they also, like, we have the same name. We give them the same picture
of the pig.
So we have to get everybody on board.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Your family is also providing the same photo of the pig?
Yeah. Well, because like I have a twin sister too, so I was like, I can't let them ask her about the pig.
Hang on. Now we've got.
Okay.
You didn't let us know all the cards we had in our hand.
I didn't know we could do a twin swap.
So we can do a full prestige.
Yeah, we can do the full prestige.
We can do it full.
You walk in and go, "What? I don't have a pig." You walk into the bathroom. Your sister walks in. It's like they're having it adds to the psychotic break of it all.
Yeah, that's what you should really do is you should walk. Yeah, you say the whole, "What the fuck are you talking about?" That's your pig. You walk in wearing identical clothes. Your sister walks in and says, "Hey guys, I have good news about the pig." right? My pig, Wilbur. And they go, you just told us. And you say, I just got here.
Oh,
right?
And they go, and then roll credits.
Roll credits.
What we've done is we've not only created a solution to your problem, but we've written a great screenplay. Thank you so much for calling me, Charlotte. I really appreciate it. Give Wilbur my love.
I will.
Okay, bye.
You're bought in on Wilbur being real.
I bought it in. Honestly, by the end of it, I was picturing Wilbur in the orthodontist chair. Yeah. And I was getting excited about it. So I get where the dentists are coming from. They're thrilled about it. And it's just like, Wilbur doesn't exist. He never existed.
I love it. Poor little Wilbur. I wish he existed.
I know, big time. Well, we've got to get to one more call here.
Hi, I dripped poo water on my neighbor, and they might be in danger. So please give me a call back. I don't know how to move forward. Thanks.
Those
Bye.
feel like two unrelated problems. My one of my neighbor and I saw a ghost haunting them.
Yeah, the idea you're in danger, girl. The idea of I drip poo water. I hope they're connected. If not, it's like I drip poo water on them. Sad about that.
Yeah.
Also, shadowy forces are moving against my neighbor's family.
Winds of change are happening.
Winds of change are happening. There's parked cars outside of there. Let's find out what this danger is. Exactly.
Yeah, I know. We needed more information on the danger. Let's give him a call back.
Hello?
Hello, you called perfect person, and I'm here to call you back. I'm here with Brennan Lee Mulligan.
Hello.
Oh my God. Hi, Miles and Brennan.
Hi.
Woo.
So we need to give this person a fake name. Brendan, what's the fake name for this person?
Let's go with Matilda.
Matilda, I cannot wait to find out what the words poo water mean.
My nickname growing up was Matilda because I read a lot and didn't like to talk. So that's pretty huge for me.
Wow.
That's wonderful. Okay,
There was an energy in the air.
That's serendipitous.
I have moved into this apartment in the city, and I have not had a lot of problems with plumbing up to a certain point until I got a little too confident in a flush, wherein I did not have a plunger because, again, I was just feeling so confident. This bathroom had not betrayed me in that way before.
I see.
So it definitely did clog and was very scary, and the water was rising. And I, of course, had a meltdown as anybody would, and didn't have a plunger. So for some reason, I was like, okay, that classic mistake of the second flush. And everything did go overboard. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah,
I mean, the second flush, like I could have told, if you had called in about that, should I do a second flush? Everything's changing. I would have said, not a chance. You never go for a second flush. If anyone's listening out there, it seems like what you need to do is flush again.
What you need to do is stay in that bathroom for hours or days.
What? You need to stay there like until the water goes down?
I want to say something, Matilda. You're not at fault here. And I want to talk about something real quick.
Yeah.
I think if I could make, certain actions illegal, if you don't have a plunger in your house, you should go to jail.
I agree. I 100% agree with that.
When I see a bathroom without a plunger, it's like, okay, cool. I guess this house is inhabited by a family of adorable pygmy deer who are leaving little sort of ball-bearing sized droplets of excrement in the toilet. What a cute sylvan life you lead.
You take one look at me and tell me I don't need a plunger.
Tell me I don't need a plunger.
I'm headed to your bathroom. You know there's no plunger in there. You're not thinking about that?
If I destroy your bathroom and there's no plunger, I'm going to go, hey, nice job, freaks. Here you go.
That's on you.
Well, I am at fault then because it was my bathroom.
Oh, I misunderstood. Okay, well, sorry, Matilda, but unfortunately.
So I am going to jail.
We are citizens arresting you, Matilda, and I'm so sorry to do that, but
so this is actually done. Yeah, this is actually karma. So this is actually what this is. Actually, you have been literally hoisted by your own petard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice. So how did you spill poo water on your neighbor, as you put it?
Everything went everywhere.
All
as you can imagine, my floor was a nightmare of germs. And so I did my best to clean it up. I did spend hours in there, as Brennan recommended. Not in the way that I should have, but I was just praying. I was like, surely this did not go through the floor. That would just simply not happen. There wasn't even there wasn't even a ton of standing water. There was just a little puddle under the toilet. So then about a week later, I get a knock on my door from this lovely, lovely, lovely maintenance man. And he was like, "Hi, I was just wondering, did you have a leak last weekend?" And I was like, "Oh God, no, I did, in fact." And he was like, "Oh yeah, the person downstairs was just a little worried because there was some water coming in from their ceiling, which must be a nightmare. And now I know that it was my poo water, and I can't imagine if somebody, like, if that happened to me, I don't know how I would cope." And to make matters worse, this person moved in a couple months ago.
Oh.
And I know that apartment that they're in has, like, flooded from rainwater before because they're on the first floor. And so I don't know if they've been warned of this because it happened after they moved in. And so already I have some secrets festering in me about this person. So I don't know if I should apologize for my poo water. Apparently it didn't like leave any stains or anything, but it is a horrifying thing to imagine going through.
I see your conundrum here. And have you met the person below you?
Oh, no. I mean, one time they were like, "Don't trip over my trash," because I was passing their door and their trash was in the hallway. But that was about it.
I think a singing telegram would really go a long way here.
You might have gotten poop on you.
Ooh,
sorry.
From your upstairs neighbor. And then they walk away.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea. I think that it's like you, first of all, this is like a structural building problem as far as I'm concerned, except for that you didn't have a plunge here. And you went for the the faded second flush. But I think that so now you know you've got a flusher that's worth doing. But I don't think that, I mean, why did you say they're in danger?
I just feel like the flooding that they don't know is a possibility. Like, it was bad. I've seen people like airing out rugs who lived on that floor in that apartment actually before. So it was clear that like there was a lot of water getting into that apartment, and I don't know that they know that happened.
So you have actually just set the marker on your way out of this.
Yeah.
This is the path to get out of this. Your concern for their life, their livelihood, their ability to survive. What you need to do is this: wait for the first stormy night to come along, right? First peal of thunder. You bam, bam, bam. Shotgun, blow the lock off the door. Get in there.
Kick in the door.
Say, "Get down!" You jump, get down, and you say, "Do you have any idea? You're gonna fucking die!" And you go. You know how many people I've seen the mildew, the mold, the rot, the rust. You'd better hope that you drown in the flood because the fucking life of disease coming after you.
That's right. You'll be begging for my poop water.
You'll be begging, and that's what you do.
Exactly. You wish.
You slide it in, and they go, "My God, how do you know this?" And you're like, "This." You're like, "Listen, I've lived upstairs for a long time. This apartment, it's under the water line. You're talking about storms, hurricanes, flood, drought, volcano, tornado. Little bit of my poop water upstairs last week. You're talking about death,
a tiny bit,
teeny bit,
right?" And you just slide it in there,
I like
because if someone's picturing a tsunami,
they're not going to be afraid of poop.
They're not gonna be afraid of poop. Sorry.
I like this a lot. I think it's like you're sandwiching it in between tsunami, tornado, and certain death.
Yes.
I pooped and it went in your home, right? Who cares?
Who cares,
Who cares about that? Or the alternative is something with the walls. The person above me pooped. Okay.
Can I tell you something, Miles?
What's that?
I did that exact thing.
No way.
Not with poop water. I lived on the 4th floor of a 5-story building. I was living by myself at 17. I did not have the wherewithal to be responsible, and literally did a thing that you would imagine a very stupid child would do, which is I was soaking a chili pot. All I was doing for the first year of college was just making huge pots of chili for myself.
Ew.
And then reheating over and over and getting a crust of chili on the pot.
No, that's horrible.
So I was soaking it in the sink, and I let the water get hot. And I was like, I'm going to let it get hot, and then put the chili pot in. Got hot, put the chili pot in, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to run downstairs and get a sandwich while this is filling up. Ran downstairs, ran into a buddy, got really lost in the sauce.
How long could you possibly have been filling it up
Faucet running. I forget that I've left the faucet on, and the chili pot gets so hot that it suctions to the bottom of the sink creates a seal. And so full blast geyser faucet is spilling out into the apartment for about an hour and a half. Full bore kitchen sink faucet. I come back to my apartment building and I'm like, man, Jeff's such a sick dude. And I get back and I open the door. I'm like, I don't need to open the door because there's firefighters in the apartment building. And on the first floor, crying person. Second floor, someone's like shrugging. And I go up and I'm like, oh, what's going on? And I look and see water streaming down in someone's kitchen. And I go like, that's nuts. What's going on? The building burst a pipe. And then I get back up to my place, open the door, see I've left the faucet on for over an hour and go, my butthole shoots into my brain. I'm so horrified and embarrassed and shocked. And I close the door behind me. It's just such a truly capital S stupid, just no excuse. Stupid. Brain did not do what it should do. And I turn the faucet off and there's a knock at the door and the landlord is there and goes, I'm, by the way, living in an illegal sublet. And so the landlord,
17.
Yeah, 17. The landlord looks and goes like, have you been having flooding in the apartment? And I go, yeah.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. And I say, look, because my floor is soaked. And by the way, I had hardwood floors. The heat of the water in my apartment, it didn't happen in the other apartments below me, but the heat of the water in my apartment split and puckered the wood in the kitchen forever. So there were these hard, like razor sharp wood planks on that kitchen floor.
You ruined this building.
Ruined the building. Ruined it.
You fucking
top to bottom, ruined the building.
The guy upstairs getting led away in cuffs.
And I looked up and he's like, what the hell? And he's like, my apartment's totally dry. And they're like, exactly.
You fucking get it.
Exactly. Get in the fucking paddy wagon. And I looked at him and I said, officer, that's the man who flooded my apartment.
That's fucking insane. Holy shit.
Really bad, man.
Wow. And you got away with it too.
Scot-free, but for the security deposit. But again, I wasn't on the lease, so I didn't have to lose the security deposit.
Wow. Some other fucking guy's problem.
Sorry, Dad.
Dang, dude.
It is wild that you were saying to me for my mistakes after this.
I know. I can't believe that you flooded your entire building.
Matilda, this is not about pointing fingers. Okay, this is Matilda.
Right.
This is not about pointing fingers.
Yeah,
we are here to help.
We are here to
help.
But I think that, by the way, the advice simply has to be that if anything comes your way, the person upstairs. It was the person upstairs.
I think what you should. Yeah, actually, that's a good thing. You could go and just, if you are okay living this way. Yeah. Go to a local sort of feed and tackle store, get and just splatter manure inside of your bathroom. Yeah. And talk to the person and just have them be like, yeah, I think the guy who lives above me, he's shitting and then double flushing. Yeah. And my toilet keeps blowing up day and night. And I think it's the guy above us.
Above it, flushing down. The way the toilets work in the building, it flushes down and then it has to keep flushing down the building.
It comes down the other toilet.
Comes down the other toilet.
Yeah. I think that's a really strong option. And you just have to make sure the guy who lives above you is a fucking dork, right? Because like if this guy's if he's mean at all, if he has any malfeasance in his life he needs to take care of, then you're in the clear.
Yeah. Do you have a bead on your upstairs neighbor? What's he like?
Yeah.
Running around at all times, but I can probably feel some of that, frustration with like the running sounds into revenge.
He's running, yes.
And pointing fingers. I do want to try and defend myself a tiny bit. I didn't flush the second time with the flusher itself. I opened the back of the toilet because I know that's what you're supposed to do to make the water stop running, but I didn't know what to touch back there.
So
and I think I just did the flusher again, but from the inside.
Your solution was, I didn't flush the toilet a second time. I opened it up and flushed the toilet a second time. Don't worry.
I flushed. You shouldn't do that.
You forgoed the flusher switch and you manually flushed the toilet.
I don't mean
How do you make the water stop?
I don't mean to characterize this in any particular way, Matilda. It is so funny to be like, I didn't shoot him with a gun. I took a bullet out and shoved it through his skull into his brain by hand.
That's correct.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's not the same.
Not the same thing.
Okay, I thought this would absolve me, but it didn't. But,
No.
And I appreciate that. Your honesty means the world to me.
Did
Thank
you,
y'all.
when you opened the back of the toilet, there, depending on the make of your toilet, was there a pump or was there a rubber flap on a chain?
I think there was a chain.
Yeah, the chain.
Did you pull up on the chain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you pull up on the chain, you are exactly recreating what the flusher handle.
It's correct, because you're pulling and that thing's pulling it up, and then the water's going. It's time to go into the toilet.
The rubber flap that's attached to the chain is doing exactly what a rubber mat does in a shower or a bathtub. However, you may notice that there's a small, usually ovular silver, usually there's a little silver twist knob. That and it might be behind the toilet. It might be sometimes they're in the tank. Sometimes it's at the base of the toilet. If you righty-tighty that, you will cut off the water flow.
That's a good. And now here's what I'll say. Sometimes though, in an old building, I've tried to righty-tighty that, and it broke clean off. Water everywhere.
Ain't nothing you can do about bad old toilets.
No, you can't. However, I will say the way not to go too deep on how a toilet works, but. From what I'm concerned about, the reason it stops filling with water is because there's a floaty thing when the water goes all the way up. It goes and it seals it off.
Yes.
So that's why you need the flappy, and that's what triggers the toilet to stop flushing. So you can touch the little thing that makes it stop.
Yeah, the buoyancy. There's a little buoyant thing that also cuts off the flow of the water.
Yeah.
But you have to get your hand all wet.
Oh, yeah, you're getting your hands soaked. But it's clean water. It's not poop water. A lot of people think the water in the back of the toilet's covered in poop, but it's not.
Yeah, that water, you can drink that water.
And I should.
Yeah.
And I will. Okay.
Thank you so much for giving us a call. Best of luck with your poop water. And I think you need to blame your upstairs neighbor.
Thank you so much for everything. My God.
Have a wonderful evening. Woo!
You too. Bye-bye.
All the best, Matilda. Goodbye.
Brennan, it is time for our final segment. A segment we like to call Get Real. This is a segment where we force a genuine moment in an effort to learn more about each other and ourselves. And we find ourselves here at the end of the show in this musical tapestry.
God damn. The music is so sincere, and isn't it funny how the addition of something sincere makes it harder to be sincere?
That's correct.
God bless.
Now, of course, Brennan, you obviously do a million different things. You're sort of an imagination wonderland of sorts.
God, that's so kind of you to say. I've never been called that before. Thank you. I am an immation wonderland.
I don't know that anyone's been called that.
I'll take it.
You're an imagination wonderland.
It's going on the business card.
What is something, obviously, you play so much in pretend. What is something in your actual life that you are working on? This could be a self-improvement. This could be a long-term goal of yours, but what's something presently that you are attempting and either succeeding or failing at?
I think to answer that question genuinely, there are two parts of that. And they were things that I would not have known to anticipate about coming to Los Angeles and finding a way to have your feet underneath you doing what you love doing.
Yeah.
And in a bizarre way, there is there's always that adage of preparing for the worst. And in some ways, you actually can find yourself very unprepared for what unfolds as like a best case scenario.
Totally.
You go, oh my God, I'm performing for a living. I'm doing the thing that has been told to me from time immemorial is impossible to do. And now I'm doing it. And I think that, like a lot of people, the gratitude I feel also puts a burner underneath a sense of you weren't promised the ability to do this. So the fact that it's happened at all is a miracle, which means that you owe it to work as hard as you can and to make hay while the sun is shining and do as much as you possibly can while you can. And I think that especially with a family and a world that can be very frightening, the two things that I want to be better about are being present for my family and being present for the world that I live in.
Yeah.
And I think that it can be hard to do that when you have an impulse to work as hard as possible to make the most of a dream coming true.
Yeah.
So there's a weird world of that's the get real. The get real is everything has been focused towards honoring incredible good fortune.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking about how to honor that incredible good fortune in a way that does not do a disservice to my family and the one human life that they are leading, that we are all leading together side by side, and to not do a disservice to the world that I live in, and find a way to be active in that way as well. And it's hard. Finding the minutes in the day is hard.
No, I mean, that's hitting me right in the chest, because I think I'm in a similar situation to you, where I have this family that I love, and I got to leave my full-time job last year and do this as a business, which has been fantastic. And like, I am sort of having that. We just went on tour. All these great things have been happening in my life that are like, you know, creative, and they're sort of what I always dreamed about, and then they're coveted things. But I am finding myself at a place where I'm like, I am pushing so hard to be like, let me grab it all. Let me grab it all and make sure I do as much as I can while I can. And while I think that is important, it is so hard to be like, man, wouldn't it be nice to just like hang out with my family for the whole weekend, several weekends in a row. And that hasn't happened in, I don't even know when, you know, like that I think is the hard part about trying to seize it and trying to be like, okay, I have to do these things. I want to keep like a lean operation. I don't want to balloon too big. I don't want to like overinvest in the wrong things. So it means that like work is the one thing I can control. So I'm like, I can work extra hard, and that doesn't cost anything except for my time. But when time is commodity, it's a lot harder to do.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to honor all of it. And like you're saying too, I think we're just primed to, you know, you hit your jackpot and you're trying to grab all of the marbles out of the center of the game that you possibly can. And there's a weird thing, because it seems so simple to be like, oh yeah, but family and community is obviously the most important. And it's almost not greed. It's like guilt, where it's like, it's correct. A guilt of like, no, but I got the marbles. And if I leave any, isn't that a huge insult to all the other timelines where that didn't happen? Yeah. You know, like,
no, I totally get that.
Yeah.
I think it's like, it's like I want to seize it, so it doesn't seem like I'm not grateful for the insane gift that I'm being given.
I want to seize it so it doesn't seem like I'm not grateful. That's the perfect way of putting it. That's exactly what it feels like.
Yes. Well, no, dude, I relate to that wholeheartedly, and that's the end of the show. Thank you so much for being here, Brennan. You've been an incredible guest. You've been a perfect guest, dare I say it. What are you up to right now? Where can people find you if they want more Brennan?
You can head out and find me, Brennan Lee Mulligan, on Blue Sky, and Instagram is where you can find me. You can also check out my work on dropout.tv, where I Dimension 20 and a bunch of other great shows on dropout.tv, and my podcast, Worlds Beyond Number, which you can go and find with a bunch of amazing performers and sound designer. And you can also check out a bunch of live shows.
Hell yeah.
I'll be performing Bigger with Izzy. We do have shows in January in New York at the Beacon, January 21st and 22nd. And we have a show at the Wiltern in May here in Los Angeles. And then there are a bunch of Dimension 20 live shows. We got Madison Square Garden in January, Hollywood Bowl in June, Seattle Climate Pledge Arena in July, and then MGM Grand in Vegas in November.
Hell yeah, dude. That rocks. Well, check out Brennan everywhere. And if you are having a problem that you don't know quite how to solve, just remember that no matter who you are or where you are, perfection is only a call away.
That was a Headgum podcast.